It's danger when he's bringing out the lightsaber.
All right, so I get out on that Friday, and it's Thursday night, I'm like, I'm not going to be able to fall asleep. I fall asleep. I get up at about 4:15, 4:20, somewhere around there, bro. And I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stay awake, and I'll pace back and forth. And then I just passed right out again. I wake up literally. You know, there's those times you wake up, and it's like your brain tells you something's about to happen, so it wakes you up.
Mm-hmm.
I wake up, and it's like literally 3 seconds after I wake up that the officer appears in the little window slit thing and starts unlocking, then goes, Imholte, pack up your stuff, get ready to go. I'm like, all right, packing up my tote, my dark blue tote, all my sheets, all my bedding, all my clothes, my clean clothes that I haven't worn yet, all of that stuff. And then I take my belongings that I bought from the canteen and I put them on top of the tote, walk down. I have my phone tablet thing. And I was going to call a cab. Because after you get out, whatever you have left on your canteen account, they give you money. Okay. And so I was going to take the money that was left from my canteen. I was going to get a cab and go home. It was 5 a.m. I'm not calling my girlfriend. I'm not calling any of my friends or cousins. I'm not calling my family members who live in the area. I'm not calling people at 5 a.m. to come pick me up from jail. Plus, I would have made, people are going to say, why didn't you make plans to get picked up? We didn't know I was getting out Friday, first of all, and I didn't know I was getting out at 5 a.m. So I didn't want to inconvenience anyone. My girlfriend sent me the number for Yellow Cab the night before, and I wrote it down, and I was going to do that.
Okay.
They said, before you get discharged, ask them if you can use the phone to make the call. They told me that the day before. I said, okay, cool. I'm going out there. I'm getting discharged. And I go, can I use your phone so I can call a cab? Oh, I'm sorry. We can't let you do that. I'm like,
dun, dun, dun.
I'm kind of like, I need to use the phone. They go, well, there's a phone downstairs. And that made me think, if there's a phone downstairs, there's like a courtesy phone. When you get out, you can pick up the phone, you can call, whatever. They said, but once you go out those doors, you can't come back in here. And it's 5 a.m, so so you go out to that waiting room, and then downstairs is the lobby of the county sheriff's department.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, it's 5 a.m, nobody's there. Everything's locked, everything's closed. They don't open until 8:30.
So you had to wait till someone came to open shit up, didn't you?
Just wait. I get down there to use that phone. It's a payphone. All I have are bills. I don't have change for a phone call in my pocket. Yeah. There's nowhere to make change. So I'm sitting there, and I haven't used a payphone in ages. And I didn't, remember I told you I didn't bring my phone, wallet, or keys to jail with me. So I'm like, okay, we're in a pickle here. Now, I was like, when I was a teenager at the community center and I didn't have money to make a phone call, you could dial 1-800-COLLECT. So I was wondering if that was still a thing. I guess it's not.
Plus, you're going to call a cab agency?
No, I was going to call somebody I knew to call me a cab. Because like I said, I didn't want to bother anybody, but I also thought they were going to let me use a phone to call a cab. Right. So they didn't. Now, you know where I live. You know where the county jail is. It's downtown. Yep. It's by... what's the bar there? Howie's. It's by Howie's. It's about 30 degrees. There's frost on some of the cars. When I went to jail, I wore a Gophers football jersey and a pair of Under Armour shorts. That's what I've got. That's what I've got on. And I'm looking around. I'm looking around, and I go, you know what? Ain't no option here. So I said, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to jog until I get to a gas station. And I'm going to have the gas station either call me an Uber, and I'll give them my license. I'll come back. I'll give them $20. Or have them call me a cab. I can just pay the cab. I did not prepare very well for this at all. I fucked up the dismount on this because we all thought I was getting out at 11:27 a.m. when I went in.
Right.
And I could easily call anybody in the world at 11:27 a.m. I wouldn't feel bad.
Available at that time.
Right,
yeah.
right. But I ain't calling anybody at 5 in the morning. Fuck that. I'm not going to inconvenience people. Even though people are like, no, you should have inconvenienced. No, it's not cool. So I start jogging. I'm jogging. I got to go down 9th Avenue. You know where that underpass is? By like 9th Avenue Express, going up towards Veterans Drive there.
Oh, yeah.
Where a lot of homeless people hang out. And it's 5 in the morning. And I'm like, fuck. So I go into the median and I start jogging down the median because I'm like, I'm not getting fucking stabbed. And like, I'm not going to go into jail, not get sodomized, only to be raped by some fucking homeless guy. So I'm jogging in the median. And in my mind, I'm like, well, 9th Avenue Express is coming up. That's a gas station. I'll stop there. I'll make a call.
Right.
9th Avenue Express, I did not know this is closed at 5 in the morning.
Oh.
And as I'm jogging, as I'm looking around, I'm like, there is fucking nowhere other than 9th Avenue Express until I go down Veterans across 15, past the old Electrolux building, all of that, to fucking Quick Trip. So I just fucking start jogging. I'm jogging. I'm not going to knock on anyone's door at 5 in the morning. I don't know who the fuck's got a gun. I don't know what kind of
that's fair.
Fucking issue there is. Yeah. And what am I'm sitting there holding a bag with my belongings from the county jail. Hi, I just got out of jail. Can you help me out? No, thanks.
I got these cheeseburgers, man.
So I start jogging. And then I walk a little bit. And then I jog. And then I walk a little bit. And I jog. And I'm getting a fucking workout. And it's cold, but as long as I jog, I'm staying warm. And I got a hat. So the heat in my head is
retaining. That's actually one of the more important parts.
And it kept me warm.
Yeah.
So the only thing that was getting cold were my shins because they were exposed. Everything else, I'm doing pretty well. I'm jogging. So obviously my heart's pumping like crazy. You know, when Henry Ducard, Ra's al Ghul tells Christian Bale, he says, warm your heart, your arms will take care of themselves. It's true. Yeah. So I'm doing well, and I'm coming up on, after the National Guard Armory on Veterans, there's where MT's on 8th is and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, it's got to be pushing 6 o'clock by now, so maybe something's open there. I run by, nothing. Not a thing open. So I'm like, all right, we're going to keep going. We're going to get across 15 to Quick Trip. I would have lost my fucking mind had there not been like markers that I knew meant I was getting, like checkpoints almost. There was the 4-way stop at Highway 15 in Veterans. And I was like, I saw that and I'm like, okay, good. We're going to get there. And after that, it's not too far for Quick Trip. And then once I can see the Quick Trip sign, I'm like, all right, that may be a ways away, but I'm heading
you're
towards
in the neighborhood.
So I get there, I jog, I get to Quick Trip, and I feel accomplished because I'm like, you went for a fucking run today, dude. Right. Nice work. You went for a run. I got in. I didn't tell them I just got out of jail. I made up some bullshit stories so I didn't sound like a fucking lunatic. And a guy went to call me a cab, one of the employees there, and none of the cab places were answering. It's kind of like 1-800-COLLECT. I'm like, I haven't used these in a long time. I don't even know if they exist. The guy is nice enough. He goes, I'm going to get you an Uber. Because Quick Trip is like a couple miles from my house.
Right.
And I said, well, here, this is what I have. I wasn't going to give him anything that said county jail on it, but I have my driver's license. I said, I'm going to give you my driver's license. I'm going to come back here. I'm going to give you $20, take my license back. Thank you for calling me like a $10 Uber. Calls me the Uber. I get Ubered home. I get showered. I get changed. I do everything else. I go back. I give him the $20. I get my license. I look at my phone and I'm like, I got to know how far the county jail is from this Quick Trip. I got to know how, because I'm thinking like, I just jogged like couple miles. Feeling pretty good about myself. 4.7 miles from the jail to Quick Trip in 30-degree weather in shorts and a t-shirt. Grand Poobah with $2 says, why not just go to the hotel lobby by the St. Cloud Convention Center? Look, there are a lot of different turns I could have taken on that, and I did fuck that up bad, but there is something about the 4.5-mile jog that makes me feel in 30-degree weather.
In a way, but an accomplishment.
Prove something to myself.
Right.
I'm a bad motherfucker. Not everybody can do that. It was more like I did something
Larry
a lot
Bird
of people
ran all the way home.
Fucking Larry Bird, that's what it was. I was so fucking amped up from the basketball championships.
You're like, I got this.
I can do this. I got this shit.
All right.
The cleaner says, you said you had cash, though. Yeah, but I didn't have anybody to pay the cash to. Well, I didn't have a 20 on me.
Right.
I didn't have a 20 on me from the can. I didn't I didn't put a bunch of money in my canteen and then withdraw like $80. It wasn't I wasn't going to give that guy like $12 for an Uber ride. I was going to go home, get my wallet and keys, go to the ATM, grab some cash, give the guy some money. And I did. He's a good dude. Brandon at Quick Trip. Good guy. Asian.
Hit the like button.